I was so impressed with the entire process yesterday. First off, the attendance. We had such a good audience there. 10-year-old Ayden, right up to our Lieutenant Governor and Governor, U.S. Senator Heitkamp there. I was just so impressed with the scope of people that participated. It was wonderful.
Everyone is here today to make a better future in which we are all properly educated. I, for one, would like to be an aerospace engineer when I grow up. I plan to get my degree from North Dakota Institution of Higher Education because we have such great opportunities and such great teachers. I want to thank you again for being so supportive of the education of future generations.
Chancellor Hagerott, I commend you for doing a envisioning exercise. I think it's very important. We probably should do it more often. And it does bring us together and help us to focus on what we're doing.
Well, to me, the General Envision 2030 event really brought together what is the North Dakota University system. We had legislators here, we had the State Board of Higher Education here, we had each of the presidents here, and it truly is a state coming together to see how best we can educate our students as we go forward. Not just next week, not just next year, but through the next century, really. And 2030 is not quite the next century, but we're really getting there. So it's both short-term, mid-term, long-term goals, and I rarely see an entire state come together in that fashion. So that was a wonderful experience to bring everybody into the same room.
We're going to take this information and try to look out 15 years and then kind of basically re-engineer back this direction of what things do we need to start doing now and in the budget cycle and in the biennium to start achieving that visionary aspects that we heard.
Understanding that the need to diversify our economy into the manufacturing era is something that's new, ties into Nexus ND because of manufacturing opportunities with unmanned aerial vehicles, components of unmanned aerial vehicles and things like that, and systems. So, just what's it going to look like in years to come, and how can the Board of Higher Ed and the education system in the state of North Dakota, including K-12, prepare students to meet the needs.
There's also just a wonderful array of good things that are happening that really do impress legislators and reaffirm the use of the resources that are appropriated.
Robotics, artificial intelligence, big data, these epic events are happening now, and much like this point where the older generation's like, what are you talking about? We need to listen to the young people, we need to listen to business people, the professors, and visionary older people, because those who know the history of science, the man who changed the world, Copernicus, was in his last days of his life when he published his theory of how the world worked.
What we need to do as presidents is to take all of these ideas back to our campus, keep the conversation going on our own campuses, and then make sure that that information gets back to the State Board of Higher Education, gets back to the legislatures, gets back to the rest of the people who are in this room. And we have to do the work both individually on each of the campuses, the 11 campuses, but we also have to make sure that every time we get together, we touch upon these topics. And if we can do that correctly, then we'll continue to move forward in a very positive fashion.
I do hope that what comes out of this will be a list of things for Senator Hoeven and me and Congressman Kramer to work on. I hope that you will say, look, this is where the federal government's not being a good partner. This is where they are being a good partner. These are the research opportunities that we have. These are the things that we need to do, whether it's UAS, whether it's student loans. But I will tell you, the best way to approach your work today is think about the kids. Think about the students. And think about not creating the opportunity that you're going to give them, but giving them the skill sets so they can tell you what opportunity they're going to create for North Dakota.
And thank you to the Board of Higher Education for always having us as part of that conversation as we work with you to in this cyclical operation that we have, as you deliver our teachers to us, and hopefully we deliver as prepared students as we can to you.
We'll be taking these ideas and building them into our strategic plan, which is already in place. Now that strategic plan is a living, breathing document that needs to be updated, and these ideas will go into that strategic plan. So it is the board's responsibility to take this work, hopefully meet again with this group in the future, but keep on updating these ideas.